my god, I forgot about that music video of Brooks.
Maddie's gonna freak out. I wanna go again.
Aww. Okay, let me just pause that right now. Okay, so just first things first, this is not a meltdown. This is not a child being a brat. This is Maddie Ziegler having a panic attack. And I remember watching this episode and my heart literally just sank. And if you remember watching Dance Moms, this was the only time that Maddie went out there and forgot. And so you probably were like, as well. But no, this is a child that is under so much pressure to be perfect by herself, by her peers, by her teacher, that she literally is having a panic attack.
Abby's gonna eat me.
She is not. Baby, look at me.
She's gonna eat me. I've never done it.
Oh, I felt so bad for her.
We're having an issue. What's the matter, Kendall?
I need to get ready.
Settle down. I know you're tired. We're all tired, sweetheart.
No, and it's important to you.
Why are you ripping your hair?
Right now. I need to get
All right, take care. You're being a brat. Don't no. Walk away from me.
Please. I want to organize.
Get back here right now. Get back there. Now. Get back here. Madison, get back here. Your phone is going away.
Ooh, Madison. She Madisoned her.
That Chloe got a call from the Joffrey Ballet School. I think I kind of deserve to be on top.
Stop it. Guess what?
Shout out
5
to Holly's like Hillary Clinton
10
suit.
days now. 10 days. Maddie can't have her phone.
Ooh, 10 days.
I know exactly how.
How's that feel? Does it feel good?
Not really.
Do you have to go to the bathroom? Maddie has to go to the... You have... No, Maddie, listen to me. You have to cooperate with me. Maddie, you have one number to dance, and that's it. You're gonna deal with it. Be a grown-up. Maddie,
Be a grown-up.
first. No. Maddie,
Okay.
calm down, please.
That is my favorite thing that any of the parents, the teachers, anybody says in Dance Moms to these little like 7-year-old girls. Be a grown-up. I'm like, you're aware that you're talking to a 7-year-old, right? Or is Maddie like, what, 8 or 9 in this video?
Calm down, please.
Be a grown-up.
I'm a perfectionist. I don't like to be rushed when I'm doing
Yes,
my
you are.
makeup and hair.
Me
Guess
neither,
what?
girl.
Do you want
That's
to
why
go
this
home?
look took me like 2
Never liked
hours.
this.
Maddie, can I do some turns and see if that hair moves, please? What was that about? What was that?
Melissa is always on time, always prepared, always where she needs to be.
I like how she literally just like
Why?
goes immediately, just goes over, does some turns
If you let
immediately.
me hurt you, it'll go in. Here, why don't you let me hurt you?
If
So
you let
don't
me
fight with
hurt
your
you.
brother, okay? You're good. Okay?
Ow. She's probably
Hey, girlfriend,
literally like
let me see your
ripping the
lips.
hair out at the root.
You're beautiful. Stop it.
Oh.
Peyton, you can't even look at me. You're looking everywhere else. Stop acting like a baby. You're 16 years old, and everybody's watching you cry. Save your tears for the pillow. You have an opportunity here. Don't blow it, kiddo.
See, it's moments like
Mackenzie,
this that
you
are
look
like
like
totally
you're crying
just
like a baby.
edited because you don't actually see
Okay.
them
You're too busy watching
interacting
it.
with
You don't
each
see
other.
any of that.
So they probably just filmed Peyton crying and then
Abby, I'm just
made it look
saying,
like it
you
was
could
because
be
of that.
a little more
Get
critical
over there.
to both
Get over
children,
there.
not just one, the whole time. Maddie's
So-
not
so
perfect.
now-
I'm sorry.
I never
she's
said
not
Maddie was perfect. If she was perfect, she'd have a solo. She's not perfect.
Do it one more time, honey. I will. You know what? Tell her to stop. You've worked
my
really
God.
hard, and all she does is say,
Shut
"You're
up,
on
Joel."
foot." Come on, Kendall. Come on.
I gave
Okay,
you
let me
I
just pause this
understand
again.
that,
Oh my god. Okay. If we didn't think Kendall could dance, Kendall would not be having a duet. But the girls go to dance competitions every week. They know that right before they go on stage that their dance coach is going to look at their number and make sure that everything is ready to go on stage. That's what you do before a number goes on stage at competition. Like, why is Jill being like, oh my god, pick on Maddie? Like, no, don't you want your daughter to look good? She's literally giving you corrections so that she can look her best on stage. And here you're like, let's get them flustered. Let's get our daughters wound up and let's make Kendall cry before she goes on stage. That'll make her dance better.
Thank you for the duet.
You're tearing her down.
I am
tearing
not
her down.
I'm
Yes,
correcting
you are.
her.
Yes, you are.
But,
You're gonna ruin it.
Jill,
I know.
your
It's all,
child's
it's
got
all
a
my
sick
fault,
and I'm
Abby.
correcting it.
Why did you have to do this?
Because I'm not gonna let that big
If Kendall turned into a brat, it was because of Jill acting like that.
You know what?
Ready to try this? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Aw, my little button.
3, 4, go 5, 6, 7, knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, bend 5, 6. Oh, it's okay, no tears.
You okay, Mackenzie? You're good. You want to get a drink?
Quick drink?
Okay,
All right.
let's get a quick drink. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute water break, yeah? Alrighty.
She's literally like so anxious and stressed out that she's like, don't make me do it. Oh girl, I feel you. Auditions can be so stressful. I get it. Honestly though, when you're dealing with like a 5 or 6-year-old and you're telling them like, don't cry, be a grown-up, like, no, that's not the right thing to do in a dance environment. Like, of course you want the kids to be calm, you want them to deal with everything that is given to them, but at the same time, it's still a 5-year-old, it's still a 6-year-old child. You have to realize that children are going to have emotions, they're going to have tantrums sometimes. What you need to do is just let them go outside and cool down and come back in when they're ready. Don't tell them like they can't cry, they can't have emotion. It's just going to make you as an educator or a parent angry because you're putting impossible expectations on a child.
I can't keep up with that. You know, she's crying.
The moves were too fast for me. I was just confused.
I was just confused. Me too, girl.
On a dance, so she had a little meltdown.
Is she okay? Just do right here. Those are cool shoes.
Make a fool of myself.
You're not gonna make a fool of yourself.
She is being kind of a brat, but like I understand she's just getting flustered because she's had like less than a day to learn it and is now expected to perform in front of everyone. So I get it, but she's being kind of a brat.
Because Gia's gonna yell at me, so I don't want to make it a big deal. Everyone's just...
I know, it's fine.
But guess what?
She
That was
needs
like
to
the
grow up.
best hip-hop solo / one of the best solos ever to come from Dance Moms, so.
Okay, wait, just 1 second, Melissa, just 1 second.
I guess what? The beautiful thing is tomorrow's no competition.
Mackenzie's under a lot of pressure this week. She fought for this hip hop solo, so if it's not amazing, Abby is not going to be happy.
I'm too stressed right now.
Old looking face like her grandma, and I can read the tension and the stress on her face. Kendall's just not happy. What can I do for you?
Want to get this dance over?
Okay.
You own it, and you win. It's amazing.
Kendall was definitely like the sassiest, the one with the most attitude, in my opinion.
Stuff looks different from far away than close up.
Let's not cause drama over it. I want you to focus on your dance and your knees and your feet.
But Abby, put her
Who do you think was the biggest brat out of the Dance Moms girls? Let me know.
on stage in an ugly old face and think that's gonna make her feel good about herself?
Come here. Take it off. And I think you should get out there and dance like you've never danced before.
Like, I have no idea what it would be like to be on national television every single week when you're that young, working with a crazy dance coach, but...
Abby's unfairness is really pissing me off. JoJo can make a minor mistake that only a crazed Abby Lee Miller can find, but Maddie can totally fall out of her turns, and Abby brushes it off like it's no big deal. What are Abby's grounds for critiquing girls? Maddie, don't be sad. What are you sad, honey? You were amazing. You're always amazing. We're here because of you, honey. Yep, you're amazing. We wouldn't be here. No need to be sad. She's not. She's fine. Okay.
I literally can't handle, like, why does Jill instigate issues, especially with children? Like, literally, Maddie came there, she was totally fine, she's handling it on her own, like, maybe she was going to go cry after, when nobody is around, like, it's up to her how she wants to deal with her problems, and Jill's just, like, instigating, like, you have a problem, no, you are sad, you are mad, you are upset, like, cry, Maddie, get upset, have a meltdown, and I'm just like... Why are you instigating a child? You're a grown woman.
She's fine. But
She acts like she's trying to help, but I'm like,
she told
you're
me she
not.
doesn't want to talk about it.
Just remember.
She's just upset with herself. Like, what is there to talk about?
Suck it up. Right now.
savage.
Yeah, we've got less than 24 hours to premiere this music video. And I think Kendall is feeling the pressure.
I just can't have her worked up this week. Tonight, today. It's not worth it. Because all eyes are gonna be on you tonight. Understood? Yes?
Left, right, left, strike a pose, uh-oh.
About
Left,
the
right,
music.
left, strike a pose, uh-oh.
You're rushing way too much. Go grab a drink, hon. Tell the group we're ready.
You all right?
She said I can't breathe, not I can't do this anymore. What?
Hold on. Jill?
Yeah.
Come here.
Again,
Okay.
this is a panic attack, not a meltdown. She's literally hyperventilating.
Okay. You just overworked, honey. That's all. You ran out a million times. It's really fast. I feel your little heart beating so fast.
Oh.
I don't want to do it anymore. I can't.
That's not the step either.
Ugh. Some of these numbers could have been so good if she just had a tiny bit longer to rehearse them. Like, I love
You
this
got
solo.
picked to do a solo to go up against Maddie. And one of my instructors is telling me it's a battle.
It was called Battle
Was it
Speech.
a battle working with Maddie? No.
That's 2 grown-ups against 1 child. How
Yeah,
fair is
that's
that?
not a very comfortable situation.
What? No! You're not gonna run in there and cry boo-hoo-hoo!
She's hyperventilating. Like, if she doesn't want to cry in front of you because you don't want her to cry in front of you, like, let her go handle her emotions and calm down for a second.
I've had it!
I'm going in. Ridiculous.
Do we have a new page? She does not have to go to the bathroom. She's embarrassed, and so she wants
She acts like she's talking to a 25-year-old.
to run
She's
and hide.
embarrassed. I don't blame her. Come here, honey. You did great. You look great. We think you look
Oh my
great.
God, Jill.
I know. It's okay.
You'll be yelling at me.
I know. Take a deep breath. Honey, we hear her yelling at you. No kid has ever had to dance with shoes wrapped around their neck and their hands.
Oh my
You look
God!
great.
Like, I'm all Team Kendall, but, like, Jill, like, no dancer has ever had to dance with a prop before? What?
Oh, God. That's rude, it's ignorant, and it's not fair.
Not fair.
You know.
You're done. Go.
Okay.
I'm not doing a solo.
Yes. I was totally expecting JoJo to kill that number, but it was kind of just like, meh. She was so overconfident, like, I am MJ, and then I was just like, meh.
Okay. Why are you so miserable? Because you think you're not going to do a duet with Maddie?
I want to do the duet. I want Maddie to be here, and I just want it all to be worked out.
You don't want it to be a duet?
What's annoying, sweetheart?
What's wrong, honey? Whole situation.
With a mother like Jill, I honestly don't blame Kendall for having breakdowns all the time.
Oh, stop, Kendall. It's fine.
What's wrong? Do this.
She wants to do a duet. Hey, baby. Are you okay, honey? What's going on? Come here.
I want my duet. I don't want to do it as a solo.
No, I don't want you to do it as a solo either.
At least Melissa, like, has some empathy and can be, like, on a calming level.
I want you and Maddie to do it.
Best for you.
Well, you're not
You know,
doing
I had
that.
to stand in there and listen to Abby. Then
Please. Let's go.
Notice how, like, all of these meltdowns
Manager,
are
she
Kendall.
wants all this.
Definitely the perfect solo to start with. One thing I've always envied about all of the Dance Moms girls is they just randomly do a swim through their splits like it's nothing. Which tells me their flexibility is insanely good. There was 1/2 a second where Kalani stopped engaging her turnout muscles there and her knee knocked in. But that's probably the only technical correction I have for this entire dance. She's such a good dancer. Yes, that Batman. And that turn could have been a little bit cleaner. A lot of the time though, when I'm watching this style of contemporary, I don't want everything to be technically perfect because it literally takes away from the number, if that makes sense. I'd rather there just be a natural, organic flow. Like, we can obviously tell by Kalani's technique that she can turn. Okay, I'm just gonna pause this before we head into Blush and Bashful. But what I wanted to say about that is that Kalani is like this beautiful, amazing, fluid, controlled, technical dancer, and that number, I think, was an emotional breakthrough for her, and I could see her really, really connecting with the piece and really just finding a way to put herself and her own story into the piece, and that is what it really means to be a dancer to me. To be a great dancer, you have to be an amazing actor. They just go hand in hand. Now, that being said, before I started watching Dance Moms, I was just like a musical theater and jazz dancer. I did musical theater, I did tap. I was all about like big faces and high energy and exciting performance value. And then after watching Dance Moms, I started really getting into floor work and really getting into that contemporary acrobatic ground floor work. And that was all because I was inspired by dancers like Kalani and their beautiful organic way of dancing. And so I was so inspired by that I was like, wow, I want to be able to move like that. Because before that, I used to watch contemporary dancing, and I'd watch So You Think You Can Dance, and I was inspired and I loved that dancing, but nothing really made me want to do it. I was just like, yeah, that's cool and all. But when it came to floor work, it was just like such a totally different world when you're used to doing all this musical theater. Everything is high up and everything is high energy, and to be able to totally change that and go into this contemporary world where everything was low and grounded and earthy and organic, and that was amazing. And so that's what these dancers on Dance Moms inspired me to do. All right, now let's jump into Blush and Bashful, which I don't believe deserved a perfect score, but that's the tea, and I'll tell you why when we are done watching it.
It may look like we are wasting our lives, but not all who wander, not all who wander are lost. It may look like days.
I do admit this was absolutely beautiful. It looked stunning on stage. It was totally stunning between their headpieces, the costumes, and the pedals. It had like a beautiful, cohesive, complementary symmetry on stage. I would have been slightly worried dancing on stage that I would slip on those pedals. That's a bit dangerous, but it's definitely an Abby number. I think Abby has two styles of numbers. One is like really, really pretty, organic, lyrical, and the other one is contemporary that makes you think and makes you react and makes you feel something. Kalani in the center was my favorite part of this dance. Okay, so I'm just going to pause that there. So that was a beautiful number, don't get me wrong. My reasoning for thinking that it didn't deserve a perfect score is it didn't really make me feel anything. It was a beautiful number and it was pretty lyrical, but I'm sure there was a bunch of pretty lyricals that day, so I don't know, that's just something that you see a lot of at competition and when you're adjudicating, and usually to me something that deserves a perfect score is something that the technique is beautiful, but it also has some kind of story that makes you feel something. And this didn't really make me feel anything. That's just my opinion. My other thing was they brought in that new girl, I don't remember her name, sorry, but that blonde girl that was in this number, and I have no idea why. She was apparently this perfect dancer. I don't feel like she added anything to the group dance. Like, she's a beautiful technical dancer, don't get me wrong, but she was the only thing that was standing out in this group dance, and not in the best way. It's not like she had a lead part or anything. It was just that her dancing wasn't exactly the same as the rest of the girls, so she just kind of stood out as a little bit rigid. That being said, it was her first time dancing with this team, and nobody's used to going out and competing a number in 2 days except for these girls. The other thing is I find it's a lot prettier to balance a choreography when you have 5 or 7 dancers. That's kind of Abby's method as well, so I was a little bit confused why she would bring in a 6th dancer when she had 5, which would have been easier to balance and to have a lead. So I don't know, it doesn't really make any sense to me. And the last thing that I wanted to say about this number was Cameron Bridges. So I know that she is a new addition to this team, and the one thing I would like to say about Cameron is she started dancing late in life. She's not like these girls where she was dancing from 2 years old in the studio, growing up, taking lessons. Like, she's a late bloomer. She went and started training late in life. She just started ballet a few years ago, and she is an amazing natural organic talent in my eyes, and I think that I would love to see more of Cameron, and I would love to see Cameron pursue a professional dance career, not necessarily take the social media fame route, but like actually pursue a dance career, because she definitely has a talent. All God's Creatures. This is one of my favorite dances ever. Not just on Dance Moms. Ever.
Among all of God's creatures, it is only men who kill, with a venom strong enough to melt the fool upon the hill, who is eager just to watch and offer infinite advice as he slips into the liquid of his own self-sacrifice.
It's really difficult to do an aerial from like that.
Among all of God's creatures, it is only men who seize upon friendship and devotion as if they were a disease to be cured and violated.
I can't believe Maddie got to perform this for the entire world to see.
Why the heart is growing black and oversized. Among all of God's creatures, it is only men who
I absolutely loved this costume as well.
And one day when I'm ancient, I will look at you and sigh as I sink into the places where I wish I could have been, as I slip beneath the surface of your soft and wrinkled skin.
Even watching this solo for like the 100th time years later, I'm still so captivated and enraptured in the performance. So what I have to say about that is Maddie has a lot of fans and Maddie has a lot of haters, but Maddie has something special that is literally... She just has something amazing to watch, and it's not that Maddie had all these opportunities, and it's not that Maddie was favored and Maddie was put in the front of the group dance and blah, 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 blah. All of these other excuses that people like to make as to why Maddie became famous. To me, it has nothing to do with the fame, whether Maddie is famous or not, whether Maddie had beautiful technique or not. What Maddie has that is her gift is the gift of emotional execution. And there were times on Dance Moms that I literally was brought to tears just watching Maddie's passion and her acting. This was one of those numbers that I was like, wow. You can always put a pretty lyrical piece on stage. You can always come up with a pretty costume and pretty makeup. But what I love to see is something that is real, that represents real life issues. And that's what All God's Creatures was to me. And it was just coming from an organic place from Maddie that was emotional and beautifully executed, coupled with her fluid, beautiful technique. It was just amazing to watch. But that's what I think is Maddie's gift. Whether she could do 7 pirouettes or 1, whether she could kick her leg to her ear or not, I would still watch Maddie because she has this gift of emotional execution. She could literally stand on stage and emote, and it would captivate the entire audience. And I think that's what Sia saw in her, and that's what I think is her gift, and I think it's amazing, and nobody can take that away from her. Alright, so let's hop into the next dance, which is Fragile Forest. This is also probably one of my favorite solos of all time from Dance Moms. It broke my heart to see that they did not include this on the show. It literally didn't air. It was only released to the internet. And it's because Maddie was competing that day, and Maddie placed first in her division, and Kalani was competing in a separate division, and she also placed first. And we know how Lifetime wanted to make Maddie look good all the time because that was the brand, and that's what created all of this controversy and drama. So they didn't even air Kalani's solo, even though it literally placed first. Beautiful contractions and floor work again. And a gorgeous costume. Her flexibility is insane.
Oh, fragile forest, shine fast, your
This was my favorite time seeing Kalani dance, so it like kills me that they didn't put this on the show. I'm like, why?
to breathe in the day. Fair is the air with the thought of you there. So fair the air with the thought of you there.
Perfect. Absolutely amazing. So I literally think that totally deserves when Kathy was on the team. Oh my god, well, that was it for this video. I honestly would agree with most of those. Actually, I would agree with all of those. Except for like the contemporary jazz ones aren't my favorite group dances ever. I just like to see the ALDC be challenged and to do something different. But all of those really well done, emotionally executed group numbers that tell a story and have a message, those are my favorite ones, and I think that's where Abby shines. That's totally the gift that she has been given to this world. I think in Abby's head, she thinks that her gift is being perfect and being able to create stars and create celebrities and to be able to be untouchable and have this massive gargantuan ego when it comes to things like dance. But I think what Abby's real gift is being able to choreograph pieces that evoke emotion, tell a story, send a message, and create change and spark a conversation. And I think that that's what she's amazing at. And I hope that in this upcoming season of Dance Moms that Abby really, really takes that into consideration and realizes that if she puts her gift to use through these dancers, that she can really change and make an impact in the world. And it's not going to be by giving people fame and Instagram followers and making celebrities. It is by the actual changes that she can make in the world. So that is what I thought of these group dances. Let me know what your favorite group dance below was, and especially if it was not mentioned in this video, let me know what your group dance is below, because I want to know. I am curious. And if you have any suggestions for videos that you would like me to react to next, definitely let me know in the comments below. But that is it for this video, so as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes.